Starting a business is supposed to be complicated. At least that's what everyone tells you. First, you need the perfect idea. Then you need a business plan, a logo, a website, business cards, a LinkedIn profile with a picture where you're pointing at a whiteboard for some reason. Maybe even a podcast, because apparently every entrepreneur wakes up one day and thinks, you know what this business really needs? A microphone. By the time you've finished watching your 15th YouTube video titled 10 Businesses You Can Start in 2026, you still haven't actually started one. And that's the funny part. Most people don't fail at business. They fail at beginning. They spend months trying to figure out business to start instead of asking a much simpler question. What problem can I solve for one person? Because starting your first business is actually much simpler than people think. Not easy, simple. There's a difference. Here's what almost everyone gets wrong. They think businesses start with products. They don't. They start with problems. Imagine your sink starts leaking. You don't care if the plumber has the world's coolest logo. You don't ask if they have 100,000 Instagram followers. You don't care whether they have an office with motivational quotes on the wall. You just want your kitchen to stop becoming an indoor swimming pool. Businesses exist because people hate problems. The bigger the headache, the more valuable the solution. That's why some of the most successful businesses are surprisingly boring. Cleaning, pressure washing, window washing, lawn care, accounting, tutoring, dog walking. None of those sound exciting. But you know what is exciting? Getting paid. Somewhere along the way, people started believing their first business has to be revolutionary. They think, I need to invent the next Amazon. No, Amazon already exists. You only need to become the best solution for a handful of people. Think about your neighborhood. How many people hate cleaning their gutters? How many hate assembling furniture? How many hate editing videos, writing resumes, fixing computers, walking their dog? Now imagine solving just one of those problems. Congratulations, you're already thinking like a business owner. Here's another myth. People think they need money to start a business. Sometimes that's true, but usually they're confusing a business with a warehouse. A huge percentage of businesses start with skills, not inventory. If you know how to design, write, edit videos, build websites, take photos, teach math, repair bikes, wash cars, cook, translate, organize, or even just explain difficult things, simply, you already have something people might pay for. The first business isn't about building an empire. It's about proving someone will hand you money in exchange for something you can already do. That's it. Here's something nobody tells you. Your first customer is infinitely more valuable than your first 1,000 followers. Imagine two people. One spends 6 months growing an Instagram page, 10,000 followers, 0 customers. The other has 50 followers and 1 paying client. Who's actually running a business? Exactly. Likes don't pay rent. Customers do. Social media makes entrepreneurship look backwards. People obsess over looking successful before they've actually helped anyone. Here's the simplest business formula you'll ever hear. Find a problem, offer a solution, repeat. That's literally it. Now, obviously, there are details, but that's the engine. Everything else is decoration. Here's where most beginners get stuck. They wait until they're ready to launch, ready to charge money, ready to call themselves a business owner. But readiness is one of the biggest lies your brain tells you. Imagine someone learning to swim. They stand next to the pool saying, I'll jump in once I know how to swim. That's not how this works. Business is exactly the same. You learn by doing, not by endlessly preparing. In fact, preparation can become procrastination wearing a fake mustache. You tell yourself you're researching. Really, you're avoiding rejection, because here's what's actually scary. Not starting. Starting and hearing someone say, no thanks, that hurts. But here's the good news. Every successful business owner has heard no hundreds of times, sometimes thousands. Rejection isn't proof your idea is bad, it's proof you finally left the planning stage. Now here's something interesting. Your first business probably won't be your last. Most entrepreneurs don't accidentally discover the perfect business on attempt number 1. Think of your first business like your first car. It's probably not your dream car. It's there to teach you how driving works. Your first business teaches you sales, marketing, customer service, pricing, negotiation, confidence. Even if it eventually fails, those skills don't. And those skills are worth far more than the business itself. Here's another trap people fall into. Perfection. Imagine someone spends 4 months designing a website, choosing fonts, tweaking colors, changing the logo 17 times. Meanwhile, their competitor has already completed 30 jobs. Guess who's learning faster? Your customers don't care if your logo has the perfect shade of blue. They care if you solve their problem. Businesses don't grow because they're beautiful. They grow because they're useful. Here's an exercise. Imagine your Wi-Fi stops working. You call 2 technicians. The first has a gorgeous website, but never answers the phone. The second's website looks like it was built during the dinosaur era, but they're at your house in 30 minutes. Who are you choosing? Exactly. Speed beats polish. Usefulness beats perfection. Now let's talk about pricing, because this scares everyone. The first time someone asks, "How much do you charge?" your brain suddenly forgets mathematics. You think, maybe free? Don't do that. Charging money feels uncomfortable because you're attaching value to yourself. But remember, they're paying for the problem disappearing. Nobody enjoys paying plumbers. They enjoy having working pipes. Nobody enjoys paying accountants. They enjoy not dealing with taxes. You're not selling hours. You're selling relief. That's a huge mindset shift. Here's another mistake: trying to serve everyone. Imagine opening a restaurant that serves pizza, sushi, burgers, tacos, ice cream, steak, and breakfast cereal. People would probably assume you're bad at all of them. Now imagine another restaurant. They make one thing: the best burgers in town. Which one sounds more trustworthy? Businesses grow faster when they're specific. Instead of saying, "I edit videos," say, "I edit YouTube videos for fitness creators." Instead of, "I build websites," try, "I build websites for local restaurants." Specific beats general, every single time. Now here's the real cheat code. Talk to people. Seriously, so many beginner entrepreneurs build products nobody asked for. Then they're shocked when nobody buys them. Imagine spending 6 months inventing square umbrellas. Technically, you built something. Unfortunately, nobody wanted it. The fastest way to avoid this? Ask people. What annoys you? What takes too long? What do you wish somebody else would do for you? Businesses hide inside complaints. Every time someone says, "Ugh, I hate doing this," your entrepreneurial brain should quietly think, "Interesting," because that's where opportunities live. Here's another mindset shift. Your first goal isn't making $1 million, it's making $1. That sounds silly, but think about it. The moment someone willingly pays you, your idea stops being imaginary. Everything changes. You've proven demand exists. Now you simply repeat the process. 1 customer becomes 5, 5 becomes 20, 20 becomes 100. Businesses grow 1 transaction at a time, not 1 viral moment. Now let's address social media, because everyone thinks they need thousands of followers. You don't. Imagine you're selling handmade birthday cakes. Would you rather have 100,000 random followers or 20 local customers who order every year? Exactly. Followers are attention, customers are business. Don't confuse the two. Now here's my favorite mindset shift. Stop thinking like an entrepreneur. Start thinking like a helpful neighbor. Imagine your elderly neighbor struggles to mow their lawn. You help them. They happily pay you. That's business. Someone needs tutoring. You teach them. That's business. Someone hates editing podcasts. You edit them. That's business. Entrepreneurship sounds intimidating. Helping people doesn't. They're often the exact same thing. Here's the biggest aha moment. Businesses aren't built on confidence. They're built on conversations. 1 conversation with a customer teaches you more than 50 hours of watching business videos. You'll learn what people actually want, what they're willing to pay, what confuses them, what excites them. Your customers become your teachers, not YouTube. Finally, remember this. Starting a business isn't about escaping work. It's about choosing your problems. Employees worry about deadlines. Business owners worry about finding customers. Employees ask for raises. Business owners create opportunities to earn more. Neither path is easy. They're just different. So don't wait for the perfect idea. Don't wait until you know everything. Don't wait until you feel confident. Find 1 problem, help 1 person, earn $1, then do it again. Because every successful business you see today started exactly the same way, with 1 person solving 1 problem for 1 customer. That's all a business has ever been. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, not because it'll magically make you a millionaire. Although if watching entrepreneurship videos created successful businesses, we'd all be running Fortune 500 companies from our couches. But if this helped even a little, stick around. We've got plenty more simple wins to collect together.